to our first attendees to joining us today on the webinar. I will keep it short. My name is Georgi. We have lots of guests here, and I will introduce quickly to you the agenda, what we are going to talk about, and let's start with our guests because that's the most interesting part of today's afternoon or evening or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, we will start with Professor Dr. Jacobi from Hochschule für Bayerische Wirtschaft, and he will talk about master's level program in digital business modeling and entrepreneurship. We will move then to ESB Business School. We have Professor Dr. Götz with us. He will talk about bachelor's level program in international business. And then we'll continuing with bachelor's programs. We have Maike Schulte with us from Jade Hochschule. She will also talk about bachelor's program in international business studies. And then we'll close with Pforzheim Hochschule. And we have Professor Dr. Görlich with us. She will talk about also international business bachelor's program. So lots of interesting programs. That's why I am stopping here, going to the south of Germany. You can see where your potential future university is located. And Professor Dr. Jacobi now will tell you more about their study program. So please.
Yeah, hello, welcome. My name is Joost Jacobi. Yeah, I'm the program director here of this master's program. In fact, also at the moment, the Dean of Management Sciences. Yeah, and today I want to show you a master's program. Yeah. So we are a small private university in Munich, and our name, Hochschule der Bayerischen Wirtschaft, yeah, I mean, means something like, yeah, the University of the Businesses. And that's in fact what we are, yeah. So our owner is the Business Association, the Industry Association of all the big companies that we have here in Bavaria. And they founded about 10 years ago, they founded their own university. And we are focusing on business, on in industrial engineering, on informatics. That's our core areas. And here we have a master's program, which is designed for people who have a bachelor's degree in management. And as you see, it is focused on this hot topic, yeah, where the digital business is made, and where we talk about entrepreneurship, where we talk about a newly founded company, the venture, the startup, in fact. So where the two come together, then obviously being an expert in IT and digital application is helpful. So we also accept engineers from that background in the program. I have to say they have to run a little faster, because if you don't have the fundamental knowledge, then in the management sciences, there are some gaps you have to fill. But our experience is good, I can say. Yeah, so far we see that our techies are coping, yeah, and that they manage also very well. Yeah, and if I can quickly, yeah, lead you through the program a little bit. Yeah, so of course, I mean, it goes without saying, in fact, yeah, I mean, how important is the digital product world. I mean, that's totally clear, yeah, and of course, the way we understand it, it is, I mean, the fundamental principle how business is made today. I mean, there is no function, no product, no service nowadays where we could see a normal company operate without digital solutions and digital processes. So clearly we can then push on and say, okay, now what is this digital business model? What are you talking about here? Yeah, and this program that I'm presenting has sort of two pillars that it's standing on. And one of the pillars is the digital business model, yeah, where we want to give you a skill set where we go from obviously the market and the competition and the customer solution that is needed. And then we sort of bring it down to the technical level. So we go for something like design, something like product management, something like IT management, into finally data analytics. Yeah, and all those things we put together, we think, yeah, we have a highly professional skill set then for you when you are done with it. And the perspective that we are having here in this particular program is, as I said, for business people. Yeah, so the standard situation frequently is in a company that you have on one side of the table of course, the techies, the IT professionals who actually build the solutions. But on the other side of the table, you have sort of the business community, the product managers, those who have the customer contact and bring in the customer needs into this process. And for the business side of it, that's where we made this program. Yeah. So and you see, it's quite a focus in our master here. And I mean, the explanation is obvious, yeah, because clearly if this digital business model is successful, if this is right, then this will be the basis of success. Yeah, then great companies are built on great models. And on the other hand, yeah, if you have flaws in your model, then clearly being excellent with something, excellent organization or highly efficient or excellent technology or so will not save you, yeah, because you cannot overcome the shortcomings here. So that's the one part of the program. And the other part of the program then is, I mean, this entrepreneurship bit, yeah. So what are we talking about here? Well, in fact, this is a compilation, a focus of general management sciences, simply with the application to, as I said, the newly founded company, the venture, the startup. Yeah, and this is typical for a master's program. Yeah, this is what master programs do. Yeah, so we assume there is a fundamental knowledge and skill in place, and now you take one subject where you focus, and now you really explore it and you go really deep. And from my personal experience, I can say, yeah, so I happen to be one of the finance professors here at our university. So I know from our own bachelors in this subject, yeah, that they have a decent, knowledge in general finance or in corporate finance, as we say, because I designed the course. So I think I know what I'm talking about. But then the standard reaction is, then when we go into this entrepreneurial finance here in this case, then the normal reaction is that people say, Professor Jacobi, okay, here is enough special stuff, here is enough additional stuff. Yeah, because then if you really look into the startup financing, into the venture capital, and into the true application, how this is done in real life, there's absolutely enough material for a master's program. Yeah, so that as a bit of an explanation, because the points which you see here, if you have a business degree, you will say, I know them. Yeah, I've heard about business planning, I heard about organization, I heard about law and whatever it is. Yeah, certainly you have, but here comes your focus about the venture. Yeah, that's why it is like it is. Yeah. So, and then if you ask, yeah, but why HDBW? I mean, yeah, so of course it's a bit of a case here where universities present what they can and what they do. Yeah, so then we can really say we are the school of the businesses. Yeah, so there is this outer form that I mentioned. Yeah, that our owners are the companies. But I mean, for you as a student, what's really important is that we put this into the application now in that way, that we think we really have a faculty of people who do what is being taught, yeah, or recently did what is being taught, yeah. And this is then clearly, yeah, I can go through all subjects, yeah, but then the guy who's doing data analytics, he was a partner for Accenture in Germany. The guy who's doing the IT, he is heading a department in a robotics company. The lawyer is a lawyer in the startup scene in Munich. Me, I was the CFO of one company or the other, so I know how to manage a finance function and so on. This is our value add in this program. We think, yeah, that you not only get sort of the state-of-the-art knowledge, of course, yeah, which you deserve or which is part of the offer, but we also want to give you this experience and perspective of people who have quite some real life business experience, management experience, so that then after the program you can go on and have the combination of both. Yeah. If I look at our graduates, it's interesting to see maybe that about half of our graduates then really are working in some sort of startup scenario. Not everybody is their own entrepreneur. It does happen, and we love it. Yeah. And we have wonderful examples. Yeah, we had a guy with an electronics business from Taiwan, and we had a lady with a furniture online shop from Peru, or our recent class, which just started in March. Yeah, then when I asked, then half of the people have some sort of involvement with some sort of startup team where they are working. Yeah, so this happens. Of course, it's extremely challenging. Yeah, if you do the program and you want to keep up with some sort of role in a real life situation as well. But as I say, yeah, half the people maybe then have a startup role when they're finished here, and maybe also interesting, the other half not. Yeah, so then I also see people joining traditional companies, yeah, traditional sort of business models. Then part of this is, our what we call the Mittelstand in Germany, the medium-sized companies, which is sort of the secret weapon of our economy. Yeah, sort of a individual company, not so big, but together they are really quite a force. And then I also see people to join some of the blue chip companies. Of course, now that is depending on the individual and on the individual performance and result. But I can absolutely confirm that I've seen all the top names here, the Siemens, BMW, the Allianz, Infineon. Yeah. And maybe it's interesting to hear, yeah, that they, of course, I mean, they are wonderful companies. They have a legacy. They have for polished processes for decades. Yeah. But then they are interested, obviously, that they say our traditional way of doing business is fine, but they want to also incorporate this perspective which our program is giving, which is, I mean, the really from the core, from the middle of the up-to-date digital development, yeah, from the agile management style, the agile development and stuff like that. Yeah, so this market is then also open for our graduates, I can say. Yeah. And maybe a little bit to close it then about the environment, so to say. Yeah, so as I say, yeah, we are not so big as an institution. We have, I mean, 15, 20 people in a group. And I think everybody today will say something similar, but certainly we are convinced about it and passionate about it. We want to have students who are actively involved. Yeah. So we all know, yeah, so for me as a teacher, the easiest thing is to simply lecture. Yeah, if you let me, I can lecture for 3 days in a row until there's blue smoke coming out of your ears. But then, of course, that's not the best way how you learn. Yeah, so then the true learning, the lasting learning is happening when you are involved, when you are active, when you do what you see here on the list, yeah, your case study, your presentation, you have your interaction with a team of students, and you find your own solutions. This is sort of the high quality learning, and to the best of the possibility, because sometimes we have to get new material across to you, yeah. But to the best of the possibility, we are playing that and we are using that. And the reason to mention it for me is that I also have to say we don't want to be an online program. Yeah. So here we really favor this intensity that the students are here, you share the same room, yeah, you have direct contact, and you have a live direct exchange and discussion and so on. So this is what you should be prepared if you join this program, yeah, that we are working in that way, and that we also very much appreciate our students to be here and to take part in that. This is not saying that there is no exceptions. Yeah, so then maybe that a lecturer is saying next Tuesday we do an online session, or it can happen that you as a student say, sorry, I have difficulties to make this particular time. So can I please join online? Yes, it's all given and not a problem. But the value for you as a student is in the presence. And of course, I mean, we have very many students from abroad. Yeah, I would say 80-20. Yeah, 20% locals from Germany, 80% from abroad. So then it has some implications potentially about visum and then coming personally and so on and so forth. So I think this should be mentioned about our program. Yeah. What else? Yeah. So yeah, a master's program. It's done in English. As I say, 80-20 international program. You can choose your time format. If you have the more intense program, the full-time format, as we say, then you will be done in 3 terms. If you stretch it and you have a little less class per week, then yeah, of course, the individual month is a little cheaper. Of course, the total is the same. Yeah, you can do the math, and it's, of course, simply a different way of distributing it. Some countries, we also have to say, the visum is attached to a full-time status. This is a bit inconvenient sometimes, but I have to say, it's not us. Yeah, it's then the German authorities who demand, in some cases, the full-time as a condition to grant a visum. Yeah. Otherwise, I mean, you need a bachelor's degree, as I said. Yeah, in business administration as a standard, and then maybe computer science, maybe some other industrial engineering or so, similar to, closer to business administration as well. And of course, I mean, then yeah, we do this in English, and we have to see that this is working. Yeah. So program starts middle of March and early October, and yeah, then you have the usual thing. Yeah, if you look at our website or so, yeah, then you can send us some of your papers. Yeah, and then if you are interested, we can start the onboarding process with an interview, and we take it from there. Yeah. The contacts, yeah, also are here present today. Yeah, Sarah and Karin, and yeah, so then there's also people who directly talk to you. Then before maybe we have an interview with somebody like me in that way. Yeah. So thank you very much. I think I hope it was not too long. Yeah, about right. Hopefully. Yeah. So then I finish. Thank you very much again, and then we look forward for any questions later on.
Thank you very much, Professor. Yeah, it was completely perfect in all senses. So thanks a lot. Let us now move to our. By the way, dear students, yeah, thanks for sending us your questions. For those who do not know, you can use the Q&A button to send us your questions, and then they will be definitely answered. So thank you very much, Professor, for your presentation. And yes, let us now move to the north, to the very north. And Maike Schulte is with us from 𝘱𝘢𝘳, University of Applied Sciences. And she will introduce to you the study program, the bachelor study program in International Business Studies. So Maike, please, you can take the floor.
Yes, thank you. I will start my presentation. Wait a moment, something's wrong here. Okay, now I can start. Yes, welcome to my presentation. My name is Maike Schulte. I am from Wilhelmshaven. I am the program coordinator of the study program International Business Studies. And on behalf of the IBS team, I thank you for attending today. So joining me is Professor Hans. She's one of the 2 program directors here in our study program, and she is ready to answer your questions. So don't hesitate to contact her in the F&A button. I would like to show you my agenda for today. So I will shortly introduce to you our university and our business faculty where our study program is located. Afterwards, I will tell you something about our IBS program, and in the end, which is very important, something about Wilhelmshaven. So as you just saw on the map, we are located in the north of Germany, right next to the North Sea, near the scenic small islands. So if we zoom in, you can see that we are located near the bigger cities, Bremen and Hamburg. So Wilhelmshaven is not that big. Wilhelmshaven has around about 76,000 inhabitants who live here, and I think that offers some benefits to you, but I will come back to that later. So first of all, I would like to show you our campus. So this picture was taken in our main building, and the campus itself is surrounded by lots of green. So the city park is next to our university. Between the lessons, in the breaks, yeah, you can have walk there, spend some relaxing time there. And from the campus, you can take a bus. The bus stop is right on the street next to the university. You can take the bus to the city center as well as towards the sea. So in total, our campus has 4,500 students, and they are enrolled in the departments engineering, management, information, and technology. And of course, our faculty, which is the Department of Business Administration and Management. So let's go now into detail and have a look at our IBS program. So our IBS program is a bachelor program, so it finishes with a Bachelor of Arts. The application period just started on April 1st, and the deadline is August 15th, and we have just one intake per year for the winter semester. So this year, the lectures will start on September 23rd. So it's very important for you that you apply as soon as possible, because as lots of students are coming from abroad, we know that it will take some time for you to arrange everything, wait for the visa and so on. So just, yeah, don't wait until the end of the deadline, because it might be too early, too late then. And yeah, we offer onboarding days in the week before September 23rd, because we want to introduce to you the other students, the IBS team, our campus, and so on. So just, yeah, apply as early as you can. Our bachelor program is a 7 semesters program. So that means after 3.5 years, you could achieve your graduation. And we don't have a tuition fee here, but we have semester fee. It is approximately 400 euros per semester. And this fee includes a semester ticket. That means you can take the local trains for free with this ticket within the Lower Saxony. Regarding our application requirements, we have first of all the university entrance qualification. In addition to that, you must prove an English language proficiency at B2. So this is really important because our entire program is taught in English. Furthermore, there is a requirement when it comes to German language proficiency, but please don't worry here, because the German language is not mandatory when applying. It is required an A1 level, but you submit the proof of this German language proficiency only at the end of semester 2. That means you can seize the first 2 semesters at our university. You can improve your German language, attend German courses and so on, practice it during your everyday life, and then you submit it at the end of semester 2. And yeah, in the end, our whole program is in Wilhelmshaven. There are no online classes. To sum up, I would like to show you our highlights. So yeah, international business is what our study program is about. And when you have a closer look at our curriculum, you will see that all modules aim at qualifying you for a globalized and digitized business world. Yeah, this international orientation can also be seen in the fact that the whole program is taught in English. Yeah, furthermore, we have lots of international students. That means you meet international fellow students from other departments, from other countries, and yeah, they have different backgrounds, different cultures, and you're always invited to take part in those social activities that our university and our team offers. Our study program contains one international internship. It is mandatory, and it prepares you for your future career in the global economy. And besides the internship, you always have the option to study abroad for 1 or 2 semesters at another university in another country. And finally, one highlight is our choice of specializations. This is in the 5th and 6th semester. And yeah, I will go into detail here because it is quite important. So our study program offers these 4 focuses. You can find them on the left-hand side, the 4 buttons: sustainability management, international economics and emerging markets, digital business management, and business psychology. So each focus consists of 4 modules, which as a combination lead to the specialization. That means you can choose, but you don't have to choose one focus. And yeah, these 4 focus, you can choose them by your interest, but you can also mix and match each module as you like. And if you have a closer look at the content of the focuses, you see that they have up-to-date topics and important topics also for the future. And they should prepare you for a job start in the international business. Let us now have a look at the schedule of our program and the competencies that you acquire here. So the first 3 semesters are some kind of foundation. They consist of compulsory subjects like the competencies in business management and economics. You gain methodical and analytical skills, and what is very important, as we are an international study program, it's the cultural, social, and language skills. So after these 3 semesters, you are well prepared for the internship. This is in semester 4. It is an international internship. You choose the company by yourself, by your interest, and by your future interests. It is 20 weeks. And yeah, this is a time where you combine your theoretical knowledge with the practical training and experience in this internship. With all these experiences, you return to the campus for the final semesters, I would call it, the semesters 5 and 6. So we already talked about the possibility to study focus. And here we offer the elective area. And yeah, you have the chance here for a real individualization. You can sharpen your individual profile and have a deeper understanding for things you want to know more. And in the final semester 7, you will write your bachelor thesis. It will take 12 weeks. And besides, you have the 2 options. You can decide if you want more practical training, and then you can do an internship period, or you can choose more theoretical knowledge, then you can study more electives. So you have lots of potential for individual learning journey. In the end, what is important for the study program is what is the job perspective you have. So we think this program improves your chances on the international job market over your competitors, and it offers a wide spectrum of possibilities to work in the international business environment. So here you can see a selection of job perspectives, for example, in strategic development, human resources management, project management, and so on. So in the end, I think only one question is left. Why should you choose Jade University? So here we give you a selection of aspects that are beneficial for you. We have a great network in education and business. Around about 90 cooperations with international universities exist, and this is a fact that offers you a variety if you want to study abroad. You don't have to, but you can if you want. Furthermore, we have international guest lectures and professorships, as well as cooperations with national and international companies. And this is wide network contributes to the international atmosphere we have here, and it helps you regarding internships and job perspectives after your graduation. A very important benefit is the practical teaching in small groups. So here in Wilhelmshaven, you don't have to fear that you are neglected in a mass lecture with hundreds of other students. So on our campus, you have a close relation to your fellow students, as well as to the lecturers and to other members of staff, like, for example, me from the IBS team. Yeah, so in general, you can see we have lots of benefits to gain from our study program, but what I think is maybe even more important is what your life here in Wilhelmshaven can look like besides the studies. So here you can see what our university also offers. So they have possibilities to do several sports. And on the left-hand side, you can see a selection. So we have especially water-based activities like windsurfing, kiting, stand-up paddling, dragon boat. So they are very popular here as we are located near the North Sea. But also our students are very busy with organizing parties and social activities. So we have furthermore within our IBS team, organized meetings. We call them Stammtisch. So the students meet and we from the team occasionally take part. Then we can exchange with the students, exchange ideas and questions and so on. Besides that, we have several attractions here in Wilhelmshaven, like museums, exhibitions, festivities. You can take advantage here from the fact that our region is visited by lots of tourists in the summer. So the picture you can see on the right shows our South Beach. So here you can walk along the promenade, have an ice cream, have some sun bath and so on. And the other two pictures, they were taken in the summer during our special weekend in July. We celebrate a party and in the end there's great fireworks. And as an enrolled student, you will always find any assistance you need. So our IBS team, as well as the other students, they are available in case you have questions or issues. Furthermore, our international office, they have a buddy program. You can ask for it and then you won't feel lost here. Looking at the costs for living in Wilhelmshaven, we are lucky to say that the rent for an apartment or for a dormitory is cheaper here than in big cities. And furthermore, there are student apartments near the university, but if you want, you can also have a look online and search for a private landlord if you want. In the end, I would like to show you some more impressions from our seaside. So you can see our sailing cup, which is once per year. And on the right-hand side, you can see the beach chairs where you can have a sun bath in the summer. Well, I hope that you got a deep insight into what our study program and also living in Wilhelmshaven looks like. And we really are looking forward to meeting you here. Please feel free to send us an email. You see our email address here and our website. It is in English. You find the curriculum and the module description over there. And you can send me an email. I can sum up the requirements if you want. And thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Maike, for your presentation, and also Professor Hans for answering the questions in the chat. It's always very welcome. Makes my life easier. Okay, let us now move back to the south, and let us move to Hochschule Pforzheim. And again, bachelor program, we will talk about international business, business administration, and Professor Dr. Görlich is with us for that, and she will now tell you more about this study program. Please.
Thank you. Let me see. Okay. So thank you very much for the introduction. And now we are going back to South Germany. Pforzheim University is really one of the oldest business schools in Germany. And where we are, this is actually very close to Reutlingen, which was the second presentation. And this is also in the state of Baden-Württemberg. And as already mentioned before, this state is one of the most important poles for economy in Germany, together with Bavaria. And basically, Pforzheim is very close to France. It's about 40 kilometers from France. It's also quite close to Switzerland and Austria. And we are basically between Karlsruhe and Stuttgart, which are two major cities in Baden-Württemberg. And we have quite a lot of airports also quite close: Stuttgart, Baden-Baden, Strasbourg in France, and Frankfurt. As it was already mentioned before, we have a lot of major companies which are really next door to us. I just want to name Daimler, Porsche, Bosch, and SAP, for instance, or in the fashion fashion branch, we have also Boss, which is also very famous. Wellendorf, you might know it. This is also a very famous jewelry company. Chopard is another one, and both are directly based in Pforzheim, because Pforzheim used to be actually the capital for jewelry in Germany. And we are directly at the edge of the Black Forest. The city is not so big. The city downtown, it's only 120,000 people. And then we're surrounding 320,000 people. The city was completely destroyed during World War II, and it has been reconstructed as a typically modern city, you can say. Our university, as I already mentioned, is really one of the oldest in Baden-Württemberg. And what is very special is that we have actually 4 different faculties or 4 different schools. We've got the School of Design, which has been already founded in 1877, and this is actually world famous. We've got there some people studying, for instance, jewelry design or fashion design, but also automotive design. And the people which are coming out of this school are really search from big, large automotive companies like Porsche or Daimler, but also worldwide. Then our business school has been founded in 1963, so it's not, as I said already, it's well, we have already some history, and the latest one is the School of Engineering, which has been founded in 1992. We have altogether 6,300 students, and we are 180 professors. We have a lot of lecturers, a lot of people coming also from companies giving for us guest lectures. And we have 31 undergraduate programs and 16 master programs. So a lot of diversity, and it's really going actually in all directions. We are very international, so basically our university, I think, is very unique because of this diversity in programs and because of the internationality too. We have a lot of, well, more than 100 agreements on academic cooperation with partners all over the world. And because of this, of course, we have a lot of international students coming each semester studying with us. Our ranking is very good. So there is a so-called 𝘱𝘢 ranking, which is a ranking including Switzerland, Austria, and so on. And there we are in the top group with a grade 4.5 from 5. There is also this Universal Worldwide ranking, where we are here number 9 of all universities of applied science in Germany. Our business school, now coming to the business school, our business school has been the second one which has been accredited from AACSB in Germany. And we have also the accreditation from EFMD, which is very important here in Germany because it's very much focused on internationalization and diversification too. And we are really one of the Germany's largest business school, working with a lot of companies nationally, but also internationally. So we have several English language programs in the business school. And in undergraduate, so bachelor programs, we've got the digital enterprise management, which is only with English. Then we've got international business, which is the program I'm going to present today. And then we've got also international marketing, which is also everything in English. What is very special about our program, international business, this is actually a bilingual program with English and either French or Spanish. And as you might hear here, I'm French, and I am the dean of this program, but I'm also teaching myself in this program in French. We have also graduate program, master program, English tracks. And we have, for instance, digital management, corporate communication management, and we have also MBA program. The tuition for non-European, non-EU passport holders is 1,600 euros. And as it was already mentioned before, there are some possibilities to get some fundings from the state of Baden-Württemberg. Okay, now going a little bit further, or a little bit more specially to the international business study program. This is a Bachelor of Science, and this is, oh, I'm sorry, I have a disturbance here. I'm sorry, I'm back right again. Oh. Okay, and this program is for 7 semesters. This includes a mandatory study abroad and also a 6-month internship. However, for the students who are coming from abroad at the first place, we want them actually to really spend some time in Germany, understand the German economy, and that's why we actually allow them to do their study in Germany, this extra semester to do it in Germany too. Our requirements for English at the beginning are B2, and in Spanish or French, we require the B1 level at the beginning, and we want our students to get the B2 level in one of these 2 languages already in the 2nd semester. Also, we accept actually students having no knowledge in German. However, we ask our students to get the B1 level in German until the end of the study program, so in 7 semesters, which is really not a big deal. There is the option in this program to do either 2 semesters abroad or to do also a double degree, and we have right now 9 different schools worldwide where we are offering double degree programs. Some of them are in France, some of them are in Spain, in South America, in Ireland, in Poland, but also in Indonesia, now a new one actually coming in the Philippines. So we have really a lot of different things we could offer to you. You've got here some examples from some of our courses we are offering. As you see here, there are some titles which are in French or in Spanish, like Plan d'entreprise in French or Plan de empresa in Spanish. But you see also some titles in English, like International Business. Actually, it's Introduction to International Business, International Business Law, International Economics. We have also some specialization in international finance, international marketing, or digital management. We have also some very special courses in the last semester. One is called Project Case Studies, and this is a very interesting course where you are working actually in one company and doing as a team, normally 4 to 5 students, really doing a project at the company place for 1 semester. So we are really working very, very closely with the companies, and this, I think, makes us very special. And this is why actually for us, most of our students start actually to work directly after the bachelor. This is a normal thing to do in Germany if you are coming from a good school. And most of our students actually do that. Application deadlines at the business and engineering school, this is 31st of May for the winter term and 15th of July for EU students for the winter terms, and 30th of November for non-US students for the summer terms, and 15th of January for the EU students. And the application is online. However, for the students which are not coming actually from the EU, we also normally do some interviews with our applicants, actually just to check on the knowledge in French or Spanish. Housing in Pforzheim is really easy and not so expensive. So we have about 500 rooms in 4 public students' halls, and we have also private dorms in Pforzheim. And you can actually rent them through a German organization which is called 𝘱𝘢𝘪𝘥𝘪𝘯𝘨. All rooms are single bedrooms, and you only share the facilities like the kitchen and the kitchen actually. Prices range from 215 to 300 80 euro per month, and this is including everything. And here we've got some addresses for the website where you can find more information. The enrollment, the tuition, as I already mentioned, is 1,600 euros per term for non-EU students. And then coming on the top of that, you've got for everybody to pay the service fee, which is 180 euro per semester. And this allows you to actually get some foods on a quite good rate at the cafeteria, and also to use the facilities in town like bus. The bus, public transport is free for you with your ID card. And this is actually very convenient. Living expenses, as I said, around about 300 euros. Food, you should actually count on 200 euros. Germany is really not expensive. Health insurance, you need to pay for that, which would be 120. Excursions, because of course you're here to see something, so we put 150 on average. So actually, you can really plan with a budget of maybe 900 euros per month, and compared to a lot of countries, this is actually quite a good deal. This would be for my part. Now I have actually something special I would like to share with you. I asked one of our students, international students, her name is Maya Gali. She's coming from Spain, and actually she's, I would say German and Spain and Spanish, but she will, she's right now studying with us. She's in the second semester, and she will now tell you by herself how it is to study IB, International Business in Pforzheim.
Hello, everybody. So how it is to study in Pforzheim. I'm now in the second semester, and my first semester was going pretty well. It was very easy to find an apartment here. I also went on the website of 𝘱𝘢𝘪𝘥𝘪𝘱 and they were really nice and helped with everything, but you can also find private apartments all around here, and they're not that expensive. As mentioned earlier, why I chose to study in Pforzheim was the accreditations of ACSB and the EFMD. And also the double degree option was crucial for my decision to study here, because you have the opportunity to have 2 bachelors, and as well as the integrated internship. That was also a crucial part for my decision, because you get to connect the theory with practice in one of very good economies, like Porsche or BMW or whatever. And since Pforzheim is between Karlsruhe and Stuttgart, like I said, you have many opportunities, also job-wise, to work. And since Pforzheim is not a big metropole like Berlin or Munich, it's easier to find apartments, and it's not so anonymous. That's what I really like about being an international student here in Pforzheim, because everybody was very welcoming, and the city is not too big, but big enough to do stuff. And that brings me to the point that I only have classes with up to 80 students, which makes it so much easier to connect with the professors and really understand the subjects that you have here, and you're much more able to focus on your studies here. Then also the integration was pretty easy, because we have a lot of initiatives like ASTA, the student union, and for example ESN, that focus on international students, and they organize sports or running dinners, especially for international students, so you're able to meet a lot of new people. And it's also pretty easy to get along with the Germans here, because everybody speaks English here. And why Germany? For me, it was the perfect country to start studying, because of the good education. And yes, so what actually can you do in Pforzheim? Right near the university, we have a Wildpark, it's called, where you can visit like mooses or alpacas. And we also have a lot of museums and theaters here in Pforzheim downtown. Also a lot of cafes and restaurants to spend your free time in. If you like hiking, this is the place to be because of the Black Forest right near us. And then also, what can you do in the city surrounding Pforzheim? Every year there's the Oktoberfest or the Cannstatter Vasen, which is in Stuttgart, which is near Pforzheim, which is also starting very soon now at the end of April. And also in Pforzheim we have wine festivals, for example. So there's a lot to do also here. Then also in the winter time, of course, the winter markets, which is perfect if you come from abroad because you will never get to see Christmas markets like here in Germany or in Strasbourg, for example, which is not very far from Pforzheim, I think about 50 kilometers. And yeah, what else? You get very easily to France, to Switzerland, also the Czech Republic. To Paris, I think it's like 3 hours with the train, so perfect to also be able to travel here. And yeah, that's my decision for Pforzheim.
Okay, thank you very much, Maya. So we are happy to be here and to answer your questions if you have any. Thank you very much for your time.
Perfect. Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Maya, also for your insights. That's always very much appreciated. And yeah, let us jump into some of the questions in the Q&A. Thanks, everyone who participated in answering the questions. Otherwise, we will not be able to answer all of them. A lot of questions. So because of the time limitations, I decided to combine 3 questions for everyone, 3 general questions which I could understand from the list, and then ask you to address them as long as possible. One of the questions, it was there, and it was interesting to me to hear that, for example, one person asked, okay, if my previous level education was done like 7 years ago, will it be any problem to apply for the study program? Will you have any problem with that? Any extra documents you'll require, or I will be just banned because of that? Do you have any limitations in this regard? Let me start with Professor Jacobi.
Yeah, okay. In the master's program, definitely not. Yeah, we to the contrary, yeah, we appreciate people who have after the bachelor's some real life company experience, management experience, and then come to join. 7 years is absolutely within the region. Yeah, I mean, if it's very, very long time, then maybe you will have to see that you have to maybe refreshen some of your basic knowledge or so. But this is totally in the normal range, I would say.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you. Professor Götz?
So yeah, thank you very much. I would recommend when it is 7 years, 7 years the time that you finished your A levels, then it's maybe a refresh course would be fine. So we are providing at the universities, usually we're providing such courses, so in particular for math. So that could be a topic then, an issue which you should actually refresh a little bit before you're starting with a typical study. But that is, so you can integrate that. So that's in our university we have online courses even for the math preparation, so which helps you then to have a soft landing when you start studying.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Professor. Maike?
Yeah, for Jade University previous studies, there's no problem at all. I think the advantage is that the student after enrollment can apply for transferring credits from the former studies to IBS studies and therefore, save time.
Okay, clear. Thank you very much. And Professor Görlich?
Yeah, same for us. We have actually some special tracks always before start of the semester, and we offer special courses in math and also, of course, in languages.
Okay, clear. Let me stay with you, Professor, and start with the next question. So the question was regarding the type of application, so to say. So can students apply directly, or do they have to apply via any intermediaries? It was so any Uni-Assist or any Studienkolleg, Konstanz involved, and so on and so forth. Yeah, and whether students have to also involve any physical documents. I mean, do they have to send documents by post, or everything is done fully online? Yeah. please, can you start, Professor Görlich, with that, and then we'll
Yes,
move
of
to-
course, yes. For us, it's completely online, and we do a first selection of the candidates, and then we do actually, a short list of the best candidates, and then we invite them for an interview where we are going to check on their knowledge, normally in languages.
Okay, and it's also directed to the university, so no
Yes,
internet.
yes, directly to us, yes.
Okay, clear. Micah?
Yes, we have the intermediate called UniAssist. So international applicant is somebody who has an international university entrance qualification, not a German one. And then the application is done via UniAssist, and this is completely online. So no sending something via post.
Okay, clear. Thank you. Professor Götz?
So actually, the students apply directly at the university. If they have to send in the original printed document, I do not know that. But anyway, so we are working together with Studienkolleg Konstanz. We're taking care about the check if the student or the potential student fulfill the entrance level here. And so therefore the student don't have to take care about that. So we are taking care. Therefore we have the application deadlines a little bit earlier. And in addition to that, we have also, so it's not only the entrance qualification, it's also that we have a list like in Pforzheim that we are actually then inviting potential students for interviews and so on. So it's not only the grades which are so important, so it's also the person behind it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And Professor Jacobi?
If you don't mind, maybe Sarah, would you say a word about it? Because Sarah is actually doing the student's office.
Of course.
Is that okay?
Yes, of course. So when it comes to the NC, we don't have any NC. So basically, your grades as well are not that important for us. What is really important is the motivation that you bring, because obviously the master studies that we offer, we want you to be successful in the future. So it's very important for us that you bring the motivation for that with you.
And apart from that, it's all online. Yeah, also, I mean, the interviews and so on, because the clientele is very international. Yeah, and then any original documents. So we wrap up in the end, or so how it works.
Okay, all online and all direct applications. Clear. Okay, so you two already addressed the next question that I wanted to ask, because it was about like class sizes and about NC, numerus clausus. So if there are any local admission restrictions or students who meet the requirements will get into the program. So Professor Jacobi and Sarah also said that there is no NC. Did I
Exactly. I mean, we are in the master's program, so then you have this bachelor's degree. We do not look for particular mark. Yeah, we do look at the sort of at the program, because we really want people to be successful. Yeah, so then the right background and the right sort of level of achievement and so on, that's important. Yeah.
Okay, clear. And Professor Götz, in your case, do you have any limited classes or limited intake of students that you can take into this program?
So we have these 2 intakes a year. So we admit around about 60 students for the summer semester and 80 students for the winter semester. And of course, we're looking also for the best students at the end. But it's, as I said before, so it's not only the grades from the A levels which are important. So it's also how you perform in the interviews. It's also if you have done, for example, if you spend time abroad and things like that, which counts then. So, and therefore, this is actually the basement then for our, so if you can offer a place to study at our university, but it's not a hard limit here, so.
Okay, good. Thank you. Professor Görlich?
Yeah, it's for us the same. So we have also 2 intakes, 60 places in the winter and 40 in the summer. We have also no strict NC. And we are also looking at the qualifications and experiences that the candidates have.
Perfect. And Micah?
Yes, so we don't have an NC either. So we don't look at the grades, and we don't require a letter saying something concerning the motivation. So that's it. Okay,
perfect. Very clear, very short and concise. With that being said, I would like to once again thank you everyone, dear guests, for your presentations and for answering all the questions in the chat and also now live. That is very much appreciated. Very clear answers. Also, attendees, of course, thank you very much for tuning in and for your questions and for your interests. I think it was, yeah, very clear. Again, the answers were very clear. But of course, if you have any follow-up questions after these answers or after these presentations, you can get in touch with the representatives of the programs. Always, they are welcome. They always welcome you and try to clarify your doubts. That's 100%. If you have any general questions to us regarding UniAssist was mentioned, visa was mentioned, issues, etc., you can also read our articles. We have lots of articles on this topic. On these topics and different topics, general topics, and you can also get in touch with us, of course, and we could also help you to clarify these kind of doubts. Once again, thank you very much. Good luck to the attendees and also to our guests. See you on our future webinars. Take care and bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.